awfully special too. So I got a chance to kind of look around and see the stands, that kind of stuff. So it was fun watching, as the game was winding down at the very end. So I guess I better shut up and let y'all ask questions.
Let's start right here in the front. Get a mic here.
Coach Pough, Keisha J. Kelly, Black College Experience. Last week in press conference, you talked about how you were pretty much against Celebration Bowl, and you felt like that, well, since you were against it, that was kind of like your punishment of not getting in it. You got in it. Not only did you get here, you won it. Talk about this feeling of getting here and winning it.
Yeah, well, now, I was against it. I had come to the conclusion that I was wrong as all get out. So now it was something that I was trying to support for the last so many odd years. We just couldn't get here. So, I can tell you now that, that we were, as trying as hard as we could to get here, and I need to be closer. I can walk up a little bit here. But at the same time, it was a wonderful win for us, and I don't even know what the heck you asked me now, but at the same time. Next question.
Coach in the back, Joe Cook, 16W APT. Kind of a two-parter, but first, talk about those turnovers, those takeaways for your team. How big was that, and that your team kind of embraced that underdog role and got it done today?
They were big. We couldn't drive the football on them. We got maybe one drive in the whole game. All the rest of our scores was some sort of defensive turnover where we had a short field, and we were able to punch it in that way. It was really more, us using Jackson's game plan, to beat Jackson, because that's what they had done most of their games. They had taken advantage of short fields from the kicking game. Those if you notice, we never kicked it to those guys. It was one of those kind of deals where we came in with a plan to kind of control that a little bit, and then we just hopefully just kicked the ball back to them whenever we could and make them go the distance of the field. And then from there, we were waiting for an opportunity. Once the opportunity came, then we were able to take advantage of it.
Rick Henry, WSTV, Columbia, South Carolina. Buddy, first of all, congratulations. I've got two questions for you. The performance of your defense. When you look at the tradition of South Carolina State, got 4 guys in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, 3 of them defensive players. How gratifying is it to see that SC State defense rise up and get it done? And also, how gratifying is it to you personally? Because just a couple of years ago, the main storyline for SC State football, will Buddy be back? But you're back better than ever, and in a season where Deion and Jackson State were getting all the headlines, you come up and have this big win in the Celebration Bowl.
2 of those Hall of Famers were here today. Harry and Donnie were both up on the stage at the end of the day with those gold jackets on. So you can pretty much bet that, that we were, they had a close eye on their legacy, on their tradition out there, as we played the game. You're exactly right. Our defense has always been the lead dog in our pack. And, we continue to try to do everything we can to make sure we uphold that tradition, because it's a strong one. And when you start talking about defenses, I think our defense over the years, kind of match up with anybody. As far as what else did you ask me, Rick?
Okay,
It was good. It was real gratifying. Yeah.
Ken Rashad, HBCU Sports. Coach, of all of the games that you coached in your career, where does this win rank? And then the second part of the question is, how many more games do you see yourself coaching in the future?
I knew that was coming. I don't know, and I don't know. Okay. As far as the games rank, when you've been around for 40 some odd years, then they all seem to kind of run together a little bit. But I can tell you, this is as big as any I can remember here recently. And then on the second one, I want to coach until they run me off at this point now, and that might not be very long from now. But at the same time, I would like to coach at least for another year.
Open mic broadcast, Joshua Davis. Coach Pough, congratulations. And what does this win mean for the state of South Carolina, the school of South Carolina? What does that mean?
Well, it means that we got another positive piece of news for our university. And anytime you've been through some of the tough times that we've been through in South Carolina State over the years, and you're looking to try to add to the plus side of things. So, I can tell you that I'm extremely proud that our football team has started this 22 fall semester year off with a winning year. And, we just hope that we can do everything we can to be, a pleasing thought for all of the fans and friends of South Carolina State University.
Coach, let's, two questions. One, let's not overlook the punting game and how you were able to flip the field, and also the 3 weeks that you used to prepare. Walk us through that, because that's a lot of time to get ready for a team like this.
It was, and, we got an opportunity to start working on them almost right off the bat, because we just thought that they'd be the winner of the SWAC. So we went on and started working on Jackson more than Prairie View. But the punter was the MVP of this game, without a doubt. And he flipped the field. We hadn't done a thing on offense at all for the entire first quarter of the game. And he kicks the ball down deep in their territory, flips the field over almost completely. And then we get it and get a turnover down there and get one score. And then another time in the game, we punted the ball. And we had a little bit of a deal where not only did he punt it, but we punted in a way that they didn't necessarily have a chance to actually return them. That was the whole, plan of the whole action that way. We were trying to make sure that they wouldn't, and first of all, they had to play the fake, because that guy looked like he was gonna run. One time, I thought he had crossed the line of scrimmage, and he hit one that very long one, but, that was just kind of what we wanted to do, to kind of give ourselves a chance. They had a wonderful, wonderful season of returning punts and kicks, and 23 and 10 were studs. I can tell you both those guys were big time players, and we was scared to death. They scared the life out of me, so I was trying to figure out how to keep those guys from beating us by themselves.
Hi, Coach. This is Dawn from the Atlanta Voice. I got a chance to speak to your interim school president this morning, and one of the things that he talked about was that if you all won, you all would try to party like it's 1999. Now, he said that in a recruiting question that I had about what would this mean for the athletic department as well as the school as a whole. So from your standpoint, what does this Celebration Bowl win mean for the school and the program itself?
Well, it's another star in the tradition of South Carolina State football. We've had a lot of good times, and, I got an opportunity to play for Coach Jeffries and all of the different kinds of things that went on when he was there, and we had some great times then. And, I just want our time with Buddy Pough at the head, to be similar in some ways at the same time. So, it was a wonderful day for our university, for our football program, for our athletics department as a whole, and hopefully we can build on it and do some things to, maybe improve some of the other facilities and some other kinds of things around there that could make this something that we could make last for a long, long time.
Got two more, Coach, right here.
Donnell Suggs, Atlanta Business Chronicle. Coach, there's almost 49,000 people in the building tonight. Your thoughts on that level of support for the Celebration Bowl?
Well, I'm excited the fact that it looks like we've made another step in the progression of the building of the Celebration Bowl Classic that way. And, I'm hoping that we can continue to build on the next time that we do this thing. Let's hope that we have in the 60s, and then on to eventually to the point where we get the whole place filled up. So I'm looking forward to seeing, just how much we can do to improve this game. Even though I think it's a tremendous game for schools our size, I would like to see it become even bigger.
Last one in the back, Coach.
Good morning, Coach. Well, good evening, Coach. Back here in the yellow hoodie, Dwayne Nash with the Guard HBCU Sports and Hero Sports. Let me first off start by saying thank you for being my Monday morning entertainment during the weekly press conferences. I swear I got a laugh out of you every week. Thank you. But my question is,
Yes.
my question is, can you give us a preview of what your first conversation is going to be like with your good buddies Rob Broadway and Sam Washington of North Carolina A&T?
We've got a pact going that once we all retire, that we will be at each other's houses. When we go to Greensboro, Sam's in charge of entertaining us, and when they come to Orangeburg, then I've got that responsibility in Orangeburg. So, you know, we just have a good time with each other. These guys that beat up on me, they got me now at the point now I'm scared of them. But I'm trying to figure out how to get a win against Sam, because Sam has been really ugly to me here recently. But at the same time, you know, they were pulling for me. Our coaches in the league, I've heard from every coach in the MAC in the last couple of days, trying to give me encouragement, that kind of stuff. And we're a pretty tight-knit bunch, and, let's hope that, some of the other guys that's in our league will have an opportunity to experience what I've experienced here today at some point.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate your time.
All right, folks, just,